what is up, everybody? I'm Will, and we are back. It's more Zenless Zone Zero today. I accidentally hit X before hitting the stream button, so we're one sentence into this cutscene. Alright. Anyways, let's continue. We are going to be mainly focusing on the main story again. It's been, like, as per usual, just like a lot of, like, cutscene stuff, whatever. So we're gonna keep going on with this, see how far we get. I don't know if we're gonna even really start any event stuff today. I don't know how much deeper we need to get into. I think we already finished up one part of the story, and we're into the second part. I don't know how many parts there are. I think there might be just 3. There usually are. We'll see how this goes, but right now the plan is just keep going with the story until it's all out. So we'll see.
If you've got the strength, you can take a hot shower, too. There's a makeshift bathroom over there. The Bangboo built it for me. Okay, fine. If you don't want to move, I'll dry you off myself.
Why?
Oh.
Why did you bring me here?
Hey, shouldn't you thank me first, Mr. Soaked to the Bone?
Thanks, Romeo.
Since when did you become so obedient? That isn't like you at all. If you really want to show your thanks, here, it's your turn.
My turn? To do what?
Your turn to dry my wings for me, of course. There are spots I can't reach on my own. Hey, what's with that look? I've already dried you off. Now it's your turn to return the favor.
Bro.
All right.
You know, Wise, I've never liked rainy days. The rain always leaves my wings soaked and heavy. Shake as I might, I can never quite dry them. The same goes for taking a shower, though at least I can manage to keep my wings from getting too wet.
What wings must feel really uncomfortable, huh?
Yes, honestly, it's miserable and such a hassle to manage. A hairdryer is useless. Too hot and I start shedding. Too cold and I catch a chill. But I can't just wait for them to air dry. It takes forever, and I'm way too impatient for that. Besides, it leaves this strange smell that I can never wash out. So, the best solution is a slow towel dry like this. But with wings this large, there are always spots I can't reach. Before, if I got caught in the rain, I'd sneak onto Belle's bed and roll around, drying my wings on her sheets.
Huh? Wait, why would you crawl into someone else's bed? Wouldn't that make her upset?
It was fine as long as I didn't get caught. Though, of course, whenever Belle did notice me, she was absolutely furious. And no matter how angry she was, in the end, she'd always do just what you're doing now. Slowly drying the spots that were still damp. Wise, do you know what New Eridu's records say about what became of Belle and me?
I remember something about an operation called the Day of Silence. You and Colonel Vike were involved in an accident, and then both died in the line of duty.
Yes, died in the line of duty. Such a noble, dignified phrase. Though, in a sense, it isn't entirely wrong. After all, for us Void Hunters, our first and only duty was to suppress the Karma Core inside our weapons.
The Karma Core inside the Void Hunter's weapons?
That's right. Remember the Enchainer I mentioned before? What truly sets them apart from ordinary Ethereals is a special core known as a karma core, found only within an enchainer. According to RK, a karma core differs from an ordinary ether core. It doesn't form naturally. It is something made directly by the creator. The creator made the karma cores, a power capable of rewriting the laws within hollows, and used them as the cores to create the enchainers of the great hollows. That's the gist of it, at least. Back then, after a long and bitter struggle, we finally were able to bring down one of the enchainers. But the karma core itself could not be destroyed. RK and Sunbringer, they wanted to eliminate the threat posed by the karma core once and for all, while allowing humanity to harness the power within it. In the end, they found a way to seal the karma core within Porcelloy. And from that, they forged the Void Hunter weapons.
So, the power inside Void Hunter weapons ultimately comes from the creator?
Yes, which is exactly why there are so many side effects. At the time, we were naive enough to believe that if we could truly master that power, humanity might finally overcome the Hollows once and for all. So, when RK and Sunbringer proposed the plan, we never doubted it for a moment.
Lady Sunbringer and Professor RK's plan?
Yes. Project Sunseeker. I'll never forget that accursed name for as long as I live. Simply put, it was an experiment that used vast quantities of Porcelloy as a medium to partially fuse us Void Hunters with the karma cores sealed within our weapons.
They fused you with a karma core. Then that would mean...
It meant we'd become artificial enchainers. No more enduring the costs of wielding Void Hunter weapons, and perhaps even achieving a stronger form to defend New Eridu. Looking back, I can hardly believe I fell for RK's lies so easily.
So, it was in that experiment when you and Colonel Vike...
Yes, Belle and I were the final participants. Or rather, the final test subjects. Looking back, I wonder if Belle already knew the truth behind RK and Sunbringer's plan. Otherwise, she probably wouldn't have insisted on coming along. She's never been one to enjoy the spotlight. If only I'd realized what she was thinking sooner.
Remiel.
RK was extremely meticulous, always laying out careful, detailed plans. So, I can't say if the karma core losing control during the experiment was truly an accident, or if it was his cleverly disguised plan all along. But truth, it the karma core spiraling out of control and Belle becoming a new enchainer. As for me, I partially fused with the karma core inside Thaumiel, becoming what I am now. A monster. Half human, half enchainer. Maybe, deep down, I'm just not ready to give up my life so easily. The final moment, the power of controlling temporal patterns froze me in a state of near suspended animation. I didn't fully awaken from the seal in Persena's Hollow until about a year ago.
The power of temporal patterns.
Right. Remember my feathers? The ones that can pin you in place? That's an example. The karma core sealed within Thaumiel holds the power to halt the flow of time. And because I partially fused with the karma core, even without Thaumiel, I can replicate a similar effect on a smaller scale. But that little bit of power isn't nearly enough to take on those 3 Sunbringers. That's why I had to reclaim Thaumiel. Even if it accelerates my path to becoming an enchainer, I still have to... Never mind. Enough about me. Why am I even telling you all of this? Still, now that I've told you so much... It's your turn.
Huh? My turn again? For what exactly?
To tell me your story, of course. Let's call it another round of our little Q&A game. You didn't actually ask, but I had a feeling you'd want to know. So I went ahead and answered anyway. Now, it's your turn.
I wasn't actually going to ask you anything. You simply started explaining it on your own.
Fair enough. But once you say certain things out loud, they don't weigh on you quite as much anymore. Or perhaps you'd like a little help getting started? Let me think.
Serpico and Truvia. They transferred to Helios not long after Belle and I started there. They came from a prominent background. They were the adopted children of Mosient, the head of High Ambitions Corp. They were exceptional students as well, so it didn't take long for them to become some of the Academy's most talked about students. We were all studying under Miss Carroll at the time, and before long, we became close friends. Back then, we all had ambitious plans for the future, understanding the Hollows, perhaps even conquering the 6 Great Hollows. In our teacher's words, we were meant to seize the sun called Helios. Later, the 4 of us who ranked at the top became the only 4 people ever to have smart ocular implants. Then, during a performance test for the implants, I lost control. Serpico. He died because of me. When I finally woke up in the hospital, I learned that Truvia had been taken away by people from High Ambitions Corp the day after the incident. The next time I saw her was during the fall of the old capital. She was with one of High Ambition's rescue teams. To be honest, I never imagined we'd meet again like that. Belle and I were seriously injured, but we still wanted to go back. Back to the ruins of Helios, to save as many people as we could. We begged Truvia for High Ambition's help. We promised we'd guide them through the Hollows, that we'd do whatever it took. But she turned us down without hesitation. I can't really remember what happened after that. But on that day at Helios, no one made it out alive except Belle and me. Then, in Roskalifer, I met Truvia again. We talked about the past, but the way she spoke about it felt as though she were talking about someone else's life. I didn't know how to face her. And ever since then, no matter what I do, I can't shake the feeling that I'm being watched. That gaze. I don't know whether it was Truvia's or Serpico's, or...
Perhaps it was your own. The you from the past. The one who kept thinking, if only I'd done something sooner. The one who never managed to forgive themselves. Making peace with the past isn't easy. And sometimes, you don't get the chance at all.
Yeah. There won't be another chance. Truvia. She was killed by Dracena. By that thing pretending to be Dracena.
Something pretending to be Dracena. Wise, what exactly happened before I found you? Will you tell me? I see. So that means Dracena, the youngest of the Sunbringers, had already... No. Judging from the timeline and the outcome, perhaps not yet.
Huh? What's happening outside?
I'm not sure. Let's go find out.
That was almost 20 minutes.
Forgive
Jesus.
me, but I cannot obey.
Is that secret?
Yeah. I don't think our friend is dead. That was like so quick. If she's actually for real dead.
I am afraid I cannot comply. I know Mr. Wise is here, and I have come to take him back. Please do not stand in the way of my duty.
Secret. She won't be easy to fool. Wise, hide for now. I'll think of something. Wise? What are you doing?
Secret. There's no need to pressure them. I'm right here.
Thank you for your understanding and cooperation, Mr. Wise.
But... I'm sorry. I can't go back with you.
Well, since Wise has already stepped out into the open, I suppose there's little point in my remaining hidden. This would be our first proper face-to-face meeting, would it not? Deputy Director of Airspace Patrol.
Remiel. Now that is an unexpected development. Mr. Wise, Lady Dracena has ordered a search for you. But our only aim is to uncover the truth of what happened inside the CCD. So please, come back with me. As for this fugitive wanted for the attempted assassination of Lady Eldrada...
Just so we're clear, if you decide to make a move here, you'll be the only one who dies.
How can you be so sure before you actually try?
I don't mind getting my hands dirty. I am a fugitive after all. Hardly a saint to begin with. But are you really willing to die like this? As a puppet controlled by that monster without ever learning the truth?
Then speak plainly. I have no patience for riddles.
Very well. You really do take all the fun out of it, don't you? Then I'll tell you outright. The Sunbringer inside the CCD was Gerta Blulu in disguise.
What did you say?
Huh? I expected that reaction from Sigrid, but you too, Wise? I thought you'd figured it out already.
That's quite a leap. I know that definitely wasn't Lady Dracena, but... Gerta Blulu? How is that even possible?
That is quite a story you've come up with, Remiel.
Oh? I was expecting something more along the lines of, "How dare you slander Lady Dracena?" followed by you charging straight at me with your spear. I was quite prepared for that. Or could it be you've suspected all along that the Sunbringer at the CCD might not be the real one?
What makes you so certain that it was Gerta Blulu?
Intuition, perhaps? Of course, there was also my trust in Wise, and a little reasoning. According to Wise's account, they followed the trail of singularity leakage through the energy hub, yet somehow ended up in Dracena's office. Then the false Dracena showed up, sent Billy and Cecilia away, began mutating into an Ethereal, and attempted to silence Wise for good. That's when Truvia arrived. She saw through the imposter's disguise too, and became her first target. After that, Sigrid, Dracena ordered you to bring Wise back to the CCD and uncover the truth. Have I got that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Secret. I understand why you'd find it hard to believe, but this is what I saw with my own eyes.
I did receive orders from Lady Dracena. But what does that prove?
Let's put it this way, Secret. Before you arrived, based solely on Wise's description, I assumed Lady Dracena's karma core had gone out of control and turned her into an enchainer. But from what we've seen before, if that were the case, there is no way she could have retained her human consciousness, much less continued issuing orders to you. With that possibility ruled out, and considering Wise's discovery of the singularity leakages, along with the recent appearance of multiple enchainer larvae, it is entirely possible that either Gertablulu or Bashmu entered the CCD through the singularity leakage, and, through the karma core, became partially fused with Dracena.
How could that even be possible?
It seems you have at least a basic understanding of enchainers and karma cores. Good. That saves me a fair bit of explanation. I can't say how Sunbringer managed it, but the most likely explanation is that she divided her karma core into 3 parts and entrusted them to the 3 ladies we see today. That would also explain why Gertablulu and Bashmu appeared at roughly the same time. Then again, there may be a 3rd enchainer larva out there that we simply haven't discovered yet. As for why I don't think it was Bashmu, well, that's the easy part. Bashmu is enormous. Had it appeared in Buastrum, it couldn't possibly have gone unnoticed. So, either it was Gertablulu or a 3rd enchainer larva we haven't discovered yet. It attacked Lady Dracena, and it succeeded. Just not completely. Otherwise, there would have been no reason to keep impersonating her. If I had to compare it to something, it would be like, 2 people fighting over the same controller. Dracena's consciousness and Gertablulu's consciousness coexist in the same body, competing for control of both the body and the karma core. Judging by the current situation, it seems Gertablulu has the upper hand.
That is still nothing more than speculation. And if Mr. Wise deceived you, then none of your conclusions would hold.
It's true. I have no way of proving that I wasn't lying.
It's all right, Wise. I believe you. And I believe everything you've told me. Remember the rules of our little Q&A game. You don't have to tell the whole truth, but no one is allowed to lie. And besides, Sigrid, you've heard us out this much already. I'd say that means there's still room for us to talk. Wouldn't you agree?
What is it you want to talk about?
Why, how to get that poor little Sunbringer out of her current predicament, of course. So, interested? There's too many eyes out here. We should speak inside.
The Retroflux Zone. I never would have thought you would be hiding here.
Oh? And here I thought you had let me go on purpose.
I never expected the Airspace Patrol surveillance network to have such a glaring blind spot.
Would you call it that? Before all this, I wouldn't have believed anyone would willingly live in the sewers with a whole colony of Bangboo either.
I was pretty shocked when I first got here too.
All right, let's save the small talk for later. Let's discuss how we're going to deal with Gertablulu. Or rather, what to do about Dracena. First of all, the enemy has already taken control of the CCD. That effectively gives it access to Roskalifer's communications network as well. In other words, we can't communicate with anyone through electronic means right now. If we do, it'll notice us almost immediately.
Lady Dracena did give orders to keep a close watch on any unusual communication signals within the island.
See? The enemy is already starting to show hoof. No offense to horse tyrants' hoofs.
Go on.
Dealing with it wouldn't actually be difficult. The real problem is how to do it quietly. Even I can't be sure I could bring it down in a single strike. None of us knows how deeply it has fused with the Karma Core. If we act rashly, worst case, everyone in Roscalifer ends up witnessing Lady Dracena turn into an Ethereal. And by then, even if we manage to save Dracena, to Roscalifer, all we've really done is save a monster that could turn into an Ethereal at any moment.
I never thought you cared about Roscalifer's order and stability.
Why wouldn't I? This is the utopia my friend built with her own hands.
Remiel's right. We need a way to keep the imposter contained without drawing any attention. Sneaking back into the CCD again probably won't work. Even if Sigrid helped us and cleared out all the guards, the imposter would notice the moment she did anything out of the ordinary. Unless we could somehow lure the imposter out of the CCD and into somewhere isolated. Somewhere no one would notice. Wait. Remiel, Sigrid, I know how we can deal with the imposter without drawing anyone's attention.
Oh?
Please, go on.
Tomorrow evening, the CCD will be holding a welcoming banquet for the island's guests in its reception hall. Lady Dracena is scheduled to host it herself, which means she'll have to appear in person.
That does sound promising. We could go in as guests instead of forcing our way into the CCD. That would save us a great deal of trouble.
But, Mr. Wise, with so many guests around, how do you plan to stay unnoticed?
What if a singularity leakage were to appear at the exact moment the imposter makes an appearance? Or rather, a passage formed by multiple singularity leakages. That's how it was transferred to Buastrom in the first place. So naturally, we can use the same method to send it back. And if there are no airspace patrol soldiers near the hollow at the time, then it shouldn't attract any attention, right?
I am starting to lose track of what you mean, Mr. Wise. How are you going to make a singularity leakage appear in the CCD reception hall at that exact time?
Yesterday, Remiel and I found the culprit's crime scene at the bottom of the retroflux zone. We also figured out how those singularity leakages are being created. I think I can make something similar. As long as we keep it under control, nobody at the banquet should be in any danger.
Fighting fire with fire, are we?
Yeah. As long as we have stable hollow observation data to run the calculations. Oh, wait. No. I don't have the HDD with me. And I can't contact Belle or Ferry either. So, how am I supposed to get stable hollow observation data?
Uh-oh. That look on your face tells me something's wrong, Wise.
If you are concerned about obtaining stable hollow observation data, while I am not an expert in that field, I should still be able to offer some assistance. There is a derelict area known as Rosewick within the Scommel Hollow. During patrols, we discovered equipment there that is similar to what the CCD uses to process Rosetta data. However, due to their excessive size, they were left abandoned on site and never retrieved.
If the equipment is still operational, we should be able to make use of it. But without data boot to handle the calculations, that would probably take... Oh, the Enna Gang's Bangbu. Most of the Enna Gang's Bangbu used to be CCD data boo. If they're willing to help us.
Don't you remember, Wise? In their eyes, those 3 Sunbringers are all imposters. Anyway, leave this to me. At the very least, Prophet Boo should be willing to do me this favor. That leaves one final question. How are we supposed to get into Scommel Hollow without tipping off the imposter?
Why are you both suddenly looking at me like that?
Oh, nothing. I simply thought a certain Airspace Patrol Deputy Director might be able to get us into Scommel Hollow.
At first light tomorrow, I will return here and find a way to get you to Rosewick. I can also pretend I never saw you tonight. That is all the assistance I can offer. And if I discover that everything you have told me is false, I will personally answer for tonight's decision, whatever the cost. Before I leave, there is one final matter I would like to confirm with you, Remiel.
Mm-hmm.
You once attempted to assassinate Lady Eldrada. Why, then, are you going to such lengths to save Lady Dracena?
Because none of them are the Sunbringer I'm looking for. To me, they're no different from this city in the sky. They're all gifts Sunbringer left behind for the world. I simply don't want to stand by and watch the things my friend cherished be destroyed by monsters from who knows where.
Okay, that was... Oh my god. That was the entire part 2. Okay. Yeah, that's not a surprise. How long was that? Holy shit. I'm sorry, guys. Like, you know I'm not good with just, like, long cutscenes. That's why I don't do reaction content. That was nearly 35 minutes of just, like, cutscenes. Just, like, 2 small little baby parts where you just walk slightly over there. Jesus, yeah. Like, we just got to complete before we started that cutscene. So that entire cutscene was the second part. Holy shit. So much. So much stuff. And yeah, we're in like a special zone. Like, we're doing the main story. So like we have limited access to a bunch of stuff. Multitasking. Alright.
Feels like way too much happened today. My brain can barely keep up. There's no way I'm making it back to Amber Hall. I guess I'll have to stay here for the night. I hope Belle and the others won't worry. No, of course they will.
Okay, hold on. Let's wait a moment. Can I exit out of this so we can like actually check all our other stuff? Wait, what is this? I don't think we've actually interacted with this. Oh, shiz. Look at that. Isn't it? Alright, we have to get over there. Okay, we have to figure out how to get into the Bangboo body. We must Samus roll through that sucker. Okay. Oh. We can call him, but we can't do anything with him yet. Alright. I guess that will probably be unlocked later. Alright, well, not really much options then.
Feels like there's no way I'm making it back to Amber. I hope Belle and the others won't worry. Oh, Seeger's here so early. I'd better go take a look.
Good morning. I have secured a carriage for the Rosewick area. As promised, I will escort you there.
How do you intend to get us there? Surely not under the pretense of transporting newly captured fugitives.
Of course not. I brought this.
That hesitation was very telling. She really did consider taking us there as prisoners.
So, what's inside?
Costumes and props. They should allow you to accompany me openly into Scommel Hollow.
Ah, I see. Airspace patrol uniforms. Not a bad idea.
Right. If we're disguised as airspace patrol soldiers and accompany you in the Hollow, this should work. Thank you, Secret.
Yes. That is the plan. In any case, please hurry and change. Time is short. We must depart as soon as possible.
Hey, look! What's that?
I never noticed her shoes before. Wow.
Wait a second. There are two Mr. Roars?
Is something the matter? Why have you fallen silent? Is the size incorrect?
It's, not just the size. Though the size is certainly part of the problem. Secret, are you serious? You expect this to fool the airspace patrol soldiers?
Yes, I believe it should serve well enough.
No. No, no. There's no serving here. The Deputy Director of the Airspace Patrol traveling with Mr. Roar. 2 Mr. Roars, no less. Is there anything in Rose Califer more suspicious than that?
Remiel, calm down. I'm sure Sigrid has her reasons for this.
In truth, it was already rather late by the time I returned yesterday, and I had no time to prepare. As luck would have it, one of our squad members found a Mr. Roar mascot suit near Beckford Street during yesterday's routine patrol, so I brought it with me.
Beckford Street. Remiel, is this the one you left there the day before yesterday?
Oh? So you are fond of Mr. Roar too, Remiel?
I am not. How did you even arrive at that conclusion? Wait. There are 2 mascot suits here. Don't tell me.
The other one is mine.
He's a horse girl / furry. Other species.
In any case, once we enter the outpost, I ask that you both cooperate and play your parts as Mr. Roar properly. Do not do anything that would reveal your identities.
Understood, Deputy Director Sigrid. From now on, we're the Roar twins.
You seem rather pleased with yourself.
Stay in character, Remiel. Every sentence Mr. Roar says must end with "Rawr."
Understood, Deputy Director Sigrid. Roar!
Very well. Since you are both prepared, let us move out.
I never thought I'd be putting this outfit on a second time.
Looked to me like you were enjoying yourself.
You two,
No.
do not forget to add
Damn it.
Good
"Rawr"
morning,
to the
Lady
end of your
Sigrid.
sentences.
Up and about early as always, huh? They are?
Mr. Roar.
I know it's Mr. Roar, but, why plural?
Obviously, Mr. Roar has a twin.
Huh. Since when did that become part of his backstory? Never heard of that before.
Did you really think Rose Califer's massive pancake demand could be handled by a single Mr. Roar? Mr. Roars, please tell my subordinate the truth.
I'm the Mr. Roar who works on Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. Rawr!
I'm the Mr. Roar for the Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday shifts. Rawr!
That's signature catchphrase.
Bro.
Yeah, that's definitely Mr. Roar.
This is...
Wait, no, that's not the point here. Lady Sigrid, why have you brought Mr. Roars out here?
For pancakes?
Huh. Pancakes. Is that some kind of mission code name?
Oh no, he's definitely suspicious. And why pancakes? Who would bring Mr. Roar into the hollow just for pancakes?
I can't believe I actually went along with this absurd disguise plan.
I get it now, Lady Secret!
Huh?
The pancake ingredients were lost in the hollow, weren't they? That's why you rushed two Mr. Roars in to help search for them. I understand completely! Rose Califer needs pancakes just as much as Airspace Patrol needs you and Lady Linburn!
What is this guy even talking about? How did he get from pancakes to that?
Affirmative. That is correct.
Oh no, that is definitely not what he meant. That pause was way too obvious.
Oh, I understand everything now! Lady Secret, please, wait a moment. I'll let you and the two Mr. Roars through right away!
I don't want to think about how any of this makes sense anymore. Rar!
Agreed. My head hurts too. I'm starting to think a second brain might be necessary. Rawr.
The route is ready. We may depart whenever you are prepared. All right. From here on, there is no need to worry about being spotted by my subordinates. There are no scheduled patrols in Rosewick today. What are you two doing?
Finally got this headpiece off. I was beginning to wonder how much longer I could last in there.
See? I told you. This costume is way too tight and stuffy. Getting stuck in it the other day was definitely not my fault.
Oh,
It's not very polite to stare, Miss Deputy Director. Or is there something on my face?
no, nothing like that. I merely thought you seemed somewhat more lively than I had expected. You are quite different from the Remiel described in the records of the first-generation Void Hunters.
Let me guess. In those records, we all come across as rather stern and proper, don't we? Well, I suppose that can't be helped. We were Void Hunters, after all. We had to look the part, especially the sort of Void Hunter people expected to see. The head of the Hoshimi family gets lost at the drop of a hat. Sunbringer is a bit socially awkward. And Joyous spends every other day nursing a hangover. You wouldn't expect any of that to make it into the official records, would you?
Indeed.
But that was who they really were. Nothing like the people described in those records.
What about you, Remiel? What's the real you like?
The real me? Isn't she standing right in front of you already?
Knew it. That's about what I expected.
Oh my, then we really are in sync. But let's save the gossip for later, shall we? Don't forget why we came here.
Yes. The central district of Rosewick is just ahead. The device we are looking for should be there.
Okay, let's keep moving.
Ooh, okay. Playing as her. And she's got a spear.
Let
And
us
shield.
pass through this tunnel first. Rosewick should be just ahead.
Okay, I've been doing the bad habit of walking too fast and then,
This is Rosewick.
What a spectacle.
Rosewick. I never imagined this place would end up like this.
Huh? You've been here before?
Yes. Back when there was still only one Sunbringer, over 100 years ago. That enormous building in the distance is called Meridian Hall. It was once a research facility personally overseen by Sunbringer. And the main focus of that research was to work with Joyous and the others to verify whether the Rosetta Data computational model was viable. But as for how this place ended up in the Hollow, that I don't know. Of course, the Research Institute back then didn't look like this. At the very least, it wasn't so twisted. It should be fine. Many of the facilities inside Meridian Hall were made of porcelain, so they should be pretty ether resistant. As for the spatial structure, we'll have to rely on the back door that Sunbringer left behind. You'll see when we get there.
Okay, let's. Ooh, another first pass. Almost missed it. Ooh. Okay. Those were like Those were like 2 button presses. Okay, 1 button press. Watch this. He does 2 swipes with 1 button press. That's. I believe that's just a full square combo. Is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so I think there's. Yeah, I did like 8 button presses and it kept going with the combo, and then it started recycling around there. Nice. All right, and then triangle. Ooh, wait, hold on, wait, what was that? She just like almost a half like split thing, and she just like a bunch of piercing jabs. That's awesome. And yeah, she also has like a little shield too on her arm.
Mr. Wise? Did you ride along the tracks like this last time as well?
Sorry, Secret. The first ride can be rather difficult to adjust to.
Oh.
What is that glowing over there?
Well now, I never expected it would still be right where I left it.
Wait, I never noticed that. I thought she was just wearing white pants. No, those are leggings. Or I guess maybe they are pants. I did not notice. Like her, like that is a very weird design. Like from the back they look like pants, but then the front they're like open. I did not notice that before. Ah.
Looks like the nearby Ethereal spotted us. They are starting to gather.
Call me anytime you need my help.
There's no need. This is barely even a warm-up.
Oh, dude, I didn't even realize I had that move with him. We have like a charge move with our square where our sword starts charging gold. Yeah, this. Boom. The charge.
Time to shine, my partner in crime. Spin.
You will not get away.
fault.
All my strength in one strike.
Honestly, she's kind of basic, but I also really like it. She's got good vibe to her.
It doesn't hurt at all.
Dude, look at that shot. It's like she's just posing for the camera.
Move out. Dealt with. For now.
Nice. Dude, that actually felt
Let
really
us go
good.
see what that glowing object is.
Yeah, I can't put my finger on it. She feels pretty good to play. Yeah, she feels pretty fast, but in like a weird way, where it's like she throws her spear, or like she's got like a little bit more range. A lot of the fast characters are like up close and personal, where she has a little bit more mid-range than some people. Although, to be fair, a lot of people, like, their strikes do kind of go all the way to mid-range. Okay, hold on. Before we grab that, let us... Let me unlock this first. Boom. Alright. And then we'll grab the Tetramino 3D Tetris.
This object bears a strong resemblance to certain devices within the CCD.
Yes, both are Sunbringer's creations after all. I'm surprised this key hasn't been affected by the spatial distortions. It remains intact. Guess we're pretty lucky. It's the key to Meridian Hall, the back door that Sunbringer left.
This is a key, you say? But where is the door?
For that, I'm afraid you'll have to ask Sunbringer herself.
Okay.
Aside from Meridian Hall, most of the buildings here were residences and other facilities prepared for the researchers who worked here. In other words, even if they were swallowed by the Hollow, it wouldn't matter. There was nothing important inside them to begin with. But Meridian Hall is different. The prototype used to verify Rosetta data is stored inside. Sunbringer, she always believed these instruments might still serve a purpose someday. So she designed a dedicated emergency restoration system for the entirety of Meridian Hall. That's the back door I mentioned. Once activated, it will rapidly restore the space both inside and outside to the default state recorded when the device was configured, allowing people to enter and leave.
So the building is gonna recombine itself into an actual thing that you can enter.
Hold your horses there, my impatient friend. Let me finish first. There's actually two parts to this key, and we need both to enter.
I wonder if they're purposely doing the horse things. Horse puns.
Back then, Sunbringer gave each of us Void Hunters a copy of the key, just in case the unexpected happened. But, you know me. I thought it was quite troublesome, so, well, I simply hid both pieces of the key she gave me somewhere nearby. I mean, people hide spare keys under doormats or in flower pots all the time, right? At least it worked out, right? If I had taken it with me back then, we'd be at a loss now. As for the other part of the key, If memory serves, I hid it somewhere rather high up, I think. It was over 100 years ago. Surely it's natural for me to have forgotten. You sure are sharp. But careful there, Detective Wise. Or someone may just turn you into a static background asset with all RGB values set to 255.
That is a very specific reference. Well, not reference, but just like very specific. Wow.
You two, let us cut the chatter. Since this part is still here, it stands to reason that the nearby spatial structure has not changed too drastically. Let us check the high ground nearby first. Perhaps we will find other clues.
Okay, but before that, let's put this part of the key into the device.
Oh, I probably should explain. If you guys don't know, 255 is white. It's like the... yeah, that's a very specific reference to like people that work in art programs and use RGB. So yeah, when the RGB like overlap one another, like 255 is like at the dead center, so it's like white or yeah, it's like white or like perfectly transparent depending on like what kind of things you're doing.
That was unbecoming of me.
Only half the key was inserted, so only about that much of it was restored.
This way. It seems there is a path leading higher up.
Right. Let's take a look.
Pyrolis. I do need to remember his name. I'm so bad at remembering Pyrolis' name. I keep thinking like Egris or something like that because of fucking solo leveling, and I'm like, nope, not him. Oh.
A single moment.
Hop in.
A day.
Yeah, these guys are pain to take down.
I can hear your heart.
My god.
My spear stands ready.
Ooh. Wait. Oh, wait. Hold on. So I was trying to do a charge, and then he hit us and we hit back. I can't tell. Can't tell if the timing was so synced that our charge attack just hit him when he was trying to hit us, or when we're in that charge state, if it's like open to like parrying any oncoming attacks. Okay, I'm gonna need to test that out later, but yeah, I couldn't. Yeah, that was weird. It's either the charge like lined up perfectly to counter hit, or we actually parry when we're in that charge set.
That sound. Enemies?
That's Sunbringer.
Wait, how the fuck do I... Okay, it won't let me hop down there.
It's not so unusual. Echoes of the past. Let's take a look around here.
I see it. The other half of the key is over there.
See? I told you.
I should be able to unlock his path if I hack the robot.
I did not realize you were capable of such things.
I've dealt with all sorts of things on the island, but, anyway.
Okay, that was a little overly simple, but okay. Yeah, I like how they introduced, like, the rolly ball effects. Like, this is some sort of super monkey ball situation. Like, hell yeah.
Problem solved. Let's keep moving. Seems we'll need to find another
By
way
the way,
around.
how the hell have they not made another super monkey ball? I feel like that's such a, like, PS2 gem.
I seem to remember a very beautiful spot up ahead. You can see the entire Meridian Hall from this high.
Although maybe they have, but it was only for mobile. I feel like that they would do that. They'd make a new super monkey ball, but it's only for phones. Or something. Or maybe there was one on the Wii? I don't know. Actually, when was the last time they made one? Hold on. I need to investigate. We must know the truth. Super Monkey Ball games. Oh yeah, there was one that came for the Switch, but I don't know if that was just like a remake. Or just like they're re-putting it. Oh no, okay, they've made a few. Okay, one is HD version of, wow. There were so many made between 2001 and 2012. Let's count them out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. There were 18 Super Monkey Ball games put out in 10 years. That is insane. And then, yeah, it looks like there was one made, Banana Mania, which is the 20th anniversary. Okay, so I think that's like a remake or re-release of the original. And then Super Monkey Ball Banana Rumble that came out in 2024. I have not heard of this one at all. Put out by Sega, yeah, like on the Nintendo Switch. It was put out on the Switch. How come I never heard of this one? You'd think a Monkey Ball would be bigger news. Wow, I did not know they put out one so recently, and it's a new one. And not just like a remake or anything. Game features 200 new stages, 18 chapters. Yeah, brand new game. Wow, so they really did put a new one out literally just like 2 years ago. I heard nothing about this. Crazy. And honestly, it doesn't look like there's too many iOS games. Like, there's a few, but, like, not as many as you'd think there would be. For, like, a game that's so, like, motion control heavy.
We're under attack.
If we hack the drone, it should open.
Okay, that's just another drone port. Yeah, man. Dude, I love how they're handling exploration. A little bit of fighting, a little bit of swapping over to Bangboos to solve puzzles. Like, yes. I need to remember that's a tap, not a hold. I always try to hold first. Because they 3D print us a bridge.
Good. We're almost at the
That's up
target.
to OSHA standards. No railings, so we're in the,
That voice.
That's Joyous. He's likely been dead for a very long time.
like I was saying, classic bridge with no railings, so someone went to the Star Wars School of Architecture. Okay, it's just that easy. Okay, for a second there I thought it was more complicated, but it's like, no, it's kind of basic.
The Ethereals in this area are gathering again.
Watch me close.
Is it just me? Or do the Ethereal seem interested in the Meridian Hall key too?
Yeah, I'm just holding down square and she just keeps doing it.
That's just because it sparkles? Take this.
Sharp as ice. Shiver.
Dude, I love that she keeps coming in and doing like laser attacks.
Watch out
That's
for our
awesome.
surprise attack. Victory. Now is our chance.
Attack!
Boom.
Go and take the key. You've been left here all this time. Poor thing. Now, I'll take you to fulfill your purpose.
It is still the beginning of a miracle. The Rosetta data. Beginning of a miracle. Celebrate.
I know. A moment like this does call for celebration. Just as it did back then.
Ramiel, that voice. Is that...
Yes. That's Belle. All right, we have the key. Let's head back. Goodbye, my old friends.
Ah, that's what I was looking for. Just in case I might have overlooked something.
Celebrate.
The echoes in the hollow. They really know how to ruin them.
No, I keep hitting X to get off when that's not the button.
Yes.
Like, I'll see platforms and I want to get off. Like, there's not really a way to do that. Ooh. Dude, we're starting to get a little Dark Souls-y, like, very lightly. And I don't think you could really call it Dark Souls design, but, like, opening doors that lead you right back to places you were. Like, yes, more of that. Any kind of level design is just now default Dark Souls design. Are there doors? Oh, that's so Dark Souls. Are there paths that lead to other places and then sometimes back to other places? Oh, that's Dark Souls. Yeah.
It worked. The Meridian Hall has been fully restored.
The architecture of this city
Wow.
looks really nice too.
That went rather smoothly. Let's hope everything inside is fine as well.
It's like,
So this is where the Rosetta data was born.
Like, some of the buildings are like a little Art Deco-y, and I love it. That is my favorite architectural style. Because I'm that much of a nerd, I get hyperfixated on very specific things, and that is one of them.
The space here is still shifting. The entire building should have returned to its original state by now, should it not?
Yeah, perhaps there's a delay. The device is over
Oh, sorry. The device is over 100 years old.
It seems the environmental changes won't affect our exploration much.
Let us keep moving forward.
Why are there ethereals here as well?
Dude, we're getting some Control
If
vibes.
you aren't paying rent, I'm afraid I must ask you to move out.
One step ahead. Yeah. The space was hidden. No wonder so many ethereals gathered here. Shatter. Prepare attack.
Is this the last one? I was expecting something a little tougher.
Build the blade with me!
Yeah. Okay, I didn't see what that says. Like, there's something printed on her, weapon. Like, some words, but I can never read it in time. Like, come on, man. We're turning into brown dust too, slowly but surely. PG brown dust.
Shiver. Yeah. Sharp as ice. You will not get away.
Torching sun! To the blade!
Frost and lightning. Yeah.
Oh. Kill him. Still had a little
There it
life
is,
left.
the device we're after. Let's go, Wise. What comes next, only you can do.
Hack the mainframe.
So this is the prototype they used to verify Rosetta data.
That was 100 years ago, like... Okay, what's going on Twitter? Because it feels like it'd be blowing up right now on my notifications. Well, for other people dropping stuff. I guess it is Monday morning and everyone's super hyped about that for some reason. Is there a holiday going on today I'm unaware of?
The equipment was not damaged in that fight, was it?
It looks intact on the outside. It's a prototype, but the modules aren't that different from modern systems. I think it should be fine. This is it.
Prototype, boot up! We did it!
Seeing these screens light up again after all this time feels strange. Well, can you work with it? Anything unclear?
No issue so far. If anything, it's been suspiciously smooth. The system feels remarkably similar to the HDD. Next, I'll connect to ProfitBoo. He'll act as a relay node and mask our Rosetta data request as normal traffic. To minimize exposure, we'll only pull essential data from the CCD and handle the rest locally. I only managed to install the essential modules on ProfitBoo, and with most of the bandwidth reserved for Rosetta data transmission, the connection may be a little rough.
Oh, that's Griff. Looks like it worked. Need anything from us, Wise?
Thanks, but not right now. I've got this.
Understood. We will keep watch for any Ethereals and keep the area secure.
Link bandwidth stable. Traffic disguise deployed. Target side response seems normal. Starting designated path prediction calculations.
As expected of a holo specialist, the aura is completely different. Watching him, it truly occurred to me that Rosetta data was born here.
Yes, exactly.
Link bandwidth stable. Verification unit synchronization complete. Professor, can you hear me? We can begin with data extraction. Everyone, I believe... I must now inform you of a major situation.
What?
The theoretical verification of Rosetta data is complete. It was a resounding success.
Oh, is that how one delivers good news? You nearly gave me a heart attack!
I believe this is due to Miss Sunbringer practicing the composure training I recommended.
How many more people do you intend to torment with your family's strange tradition?
So loud. That's quite the commotion. I take it the experiment was a success?
Yes, very much so. It would have been even more successful if the core technology provider had simply stayed asleep.
Even a little nap earns me that much grief. I was merely showing full confidence in my colleagues' professional competence.
You were lazy.
Besides, today's success is only the first step toward taking back the world.
All right, all right. At a time like this, why not be honest and express a little joy? Even if the Rosetta data is only the beginning, it is still the beginning of a miracle. Let us celebrate properly, shall we? And Professor Arke, don't even think about skipping it.
Then, let's throw a party, like the one Mayflower treated us to last time.
Don't tell me you're planning to drink until the next morning again.
The professor will throw him out, just like last time.
Then let us hold a ball with soft drinks only.
Hey, you people.
Back then, we thought taking back the world was only a matter of time. As long as our companions were by our side, there was nothing we couldn't do. We could even go anywhere. In the end, none of us reached the promised destination.
Finally. That should take care of it.
Mr. Wise, how did it go?
Everything went smoothly. Now all that's left is to use this data to... Ramiel, is something wrong? Are you alright?
No, I'm all right. I simply, wanted a little more time to look around. This place brings back memories of some old friends.
Are you sure you're okay, Ramiel?
I'm perfectly fine, really. Now that the calculations are done, let's head back. If we stay much longer, we'll miss tonight's banquet.
deep bass vibration going on.
This should be everything. Here, Secret. You got my instructions earlier, right?
Yes, Mr. Wise. I simply need to place these devices at your designated locations, correct?
Yeah. Once the imposter appears, I'll activate the devices and create a small singularity leakage at the venue.
Meanwhile, I'll use Thaumiel's power to immobilize both it and everyone at the venue. Then, before it has time to react, I'll drag it through the leakage and into the hollow. Finally, we subdue it and rescue Dracaena.
Very well. Understood. I will do everything in my power to help you enter the venue unnoticed. However, if the worst case scenario occurs, if, in the end, our conclusions are proven wrong, and this was all fabricated by Mr. Wise,
then the banquet will become the place where you arrest both the fugitive who attempted to assassinate Eldrada and the fugitive who attempted to assassinate Dracaena. I imagine Wise would have no objections to that, would you?
No, I promise.
Then, may none of us betray the trust we have placed in each other. There is a balcony outside the banquet hall. The door to that balcony will be locked today, so you two can stay there until the banquet begins.
Bro.
When the music begins, that signals the start of the banquet. The guests will share the first dance. Once that happens, you can head directly above the hall and prepare to act.
Got it.
Hold on, let's chill. Jesus. Okay, that was fun exploration. See, that's the little bit of a downfall. Now that they're doing like explorational stuff in Hollows, and they're really like fine-tuning and combining like stuff where it's like there's a little bit of puzzling, there's a little bit of hopping into like Bangboos for more puzzle stuff, and then there's fighting. It feels like those sections are a lot smaller because it's a lot more stuff that you have to do and figure out to like actually make it. But honestly, those sections are awesome. And what time is it? Where are we at? Okay, you know what? We're gonna be playing this all week, so I don't want to rush through it because I have a feeling obviously we're gonna be getting a lot more cutscenes still. So I think we're just gonna call it here for today, and then tomorrow we'll hop back in and keep on going. Because yeah, we're in part 3 of the main story. Like all of this was part 3, or a lot of it was. The first 30 minutes was part 2, and now we're into part 3. Usually it's 3 or 4 parts of like main story per update. So yeah, I'm gonna call it here for today, guys. A little bit early, but it's been fun. Both of those characters are super fun to play as. Secret, I don't know if she's S or A. Based on how she played, she kind of felt like an A character, and honestly, I'm about that. Because she did feel really good to play as. And it's like, that's what we need. We need more solid A characters that are like really fun to play as. But yeah, that is it for today. The end of day. Wait, shit. God damn it. Hold on. Oh, I didn't update it on my post. Oh, that's weird. Okay. No, I'm on the right day. I was checking if I had the right date. I do, but I noticed on my Twitter post I was off. I didn't put the correct day on there, but I did on my stream. Anyway, that's it for day 2172 of streaming in a row, guys. Thank you for coming out and hanging out. Like I said, tomorrow, the next 2 days probably, we're going to be doing some more Zenless Zone Zero and continuing on with the main story. And yeah, that is it for today. Like always, links down below for all the usual stuff. Blue Sky, Twitter, and links over to my YouTube channel where all my previous streams are uploaded and archived from there. And I will catch you guys back here tomorrow with some more Zenless Zone Zero. Yep.